What's up, YouTube? Timus here. Well, here is my review for this new film that I saw today, straight after I watched Mickey 17. Uh, it's a film called In the Lost Lands. Now, this movie is directed by Paul W.S. Anderson, who sometimes he could be. I enjoy his Resident Evil films. His Mortal Kombat movie I always enjoyed. Lately, he hasn't put out anything too great. He also did like Pompeii, which was terrible. He did most recent Monster Hunter a few years ago, also with Mila Jovovich. There's that. Now, if you guys don't know much about the story for this one, uh, for one, it is actually based on like short stories by Game of Thrones author George R. R. Martin. Definitely had some Game of Thrones feel to it. Here's what the film's about. A queen desperate to find happiness in love takes a daring step. She sends a powerful and feared witch, Grey Elias, to the Lost Lands to give her magical gift of turning into a werewolf, with a mysterious hunter Boyce who supports her in the fight against dark creatures and merciless enemies. Gray roams the eerie and dangerous world, and one she knows that every wish she grants has unimaginable consequences. Oh boy, oh boy, boy, boy. Now, obviously, we're just 3 months in, so I can't get over my head. Let me just say, by the time the year is over, obviously, it depends if there's like anything worse than this movie, to be honest. This could easily end up being my top 10 worst movies of the year. This thing is horrible. I mean, we've already saw the trailer but this thing is terrible. It's completely boring. This has some terrible croony dialogue. The acting with I love Dave Bautista, by the way. Dave Bautista is awesome. I Mila Jovovich could be a hit and miss sometimes, but they obviously it's Paul W S Anderson. So obviously, Mila Jovovich will be starring this because they're married. So there's that. Hey, I don't have a problem with like husband directors putting their wives in their movies. I'm always a defender with Rob Zombie. I'm a defender with Judd Apatow when he does it. When Tim Burton was married to Helen Bonham Carter, I was always a defender when he does it. So I don't mind it. I mean, I don't mind a director putting their wife or their kids or whatever in their films. Pretty cool. Uh, but yeah, this thing just it's just one of the worst things I've seen this whole year. Oh, again, we're pretty much 3 years, so I can't get ahead of myself. It's just like Dave Bautista's acting in this. He was actually pretty good in the last Showgirl, and I actually thought he was also pretty good in other stuff I've seen him in here and there. But this one, I will be surprised when the Razzies comes around if this thing does not get some Razzies. It has Razzies written all over it. The acting again was great. The dialogue, the script in this thing was good. The visuals was just. Let me just say, the visuals in like those Asylum movies are a little better than the visuals in this. That's how bad the visuals are. I mean, it. Interesting. This is based on the same honest story from the same people behind Game of Thrones. What was they thinking with this? I mean, this is just one of the worst pieces of garbage you'll ever see. It's just boring. Nothing about it really was all that fascinating. It's just it just says Paul W. S. Oh, yep. What was that? Paul Thomas Anderson. Paul Thomas Anderson is a better director. Paul W. S. Anderson. Either I like his Resident Evil movies and all. I don't know if I can really get interested in a film he does. Yeah, like Monster Hunter was terrible. Three Musketeers. Um, Pompeii. His career lately has not really been the best, and this one's definitely this just might be his worst film in my opinion. That's how bad it is. Like this movie is probably even worse than Pompeii, but yeah. Anyway, let me let you guys. Did you have a chance to check out In the Lost Lands? If so, what stuff did you like it? Did you not like it? Are you even a fan of Paul W. S. Anderson's work? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is him.